Hi guys, this is the Seattle Ring Hunter, and today we're back out at Bainbridge for a ring hunt, and we are with
Teresa Psychade.
What?
Good morning.
Tell us a little bit about your situation, what we're doing here on your lovely boat.
Well, we were out sailing last summer and having our little after sail party in the cockpit, and I was sitting on the cap rail and I fidgeted, the ring popped off, flew backwards through my hair, through past all of this stuff in the back, and landed in the water. And everybody in the cockpit heard it. My husband saw it. We know where it is. It's right there. I've had 4 divers go in for it. Nobody's found it so far. I'm so hoping this is the day I get my ring back.
She told me off camera earlier that basically they hired a young guy to come out here, and he did a little diving down there. It's only about 17 feet or so in that range, but it is dark and there's a lot of silt on the bottom, so he didn't find it. And then her husband went in, as he's a certified diver, and he couldn't find it, and they borrowed a professional diver that they know had a metal detector, and that got into the equation and pulled up a lot of junk in a bucket and such. And then I think there was a 4th dive, so basically 4 dives, a couple attempts with a metal detector, and it's down there. So we're going to go ahead and get everything set up, and we'll be back with you guys with the rest of the hunt, and we're going to get that ring back on our finger where it belongs. So this is the day we're going to get this finally closed off. This happened a couple months ago. We're now in November.
Yeah, this was in August. Yeah.
And this is a protected marina out here. You can see around here the water's got tides, but it's not like active beach or anything. So we know the ring's just still sitting down there. There's probably a lot of other junk and stuff, but we're going to go ahead and get set up and get into this nice cold water today and get that ring back. All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit. Thanks. Hi guys, as you can see right now, we've got this big long stretch of marina that we just brought the submergible grid down in, and then we had that 6-inch PVC holding tube with a kayak wheel. So right in front of me, actually behind you guys, I'll let you see, we've just brought this down with the wheel, so very easy to maneuver and limited access. We just constructed, well, today we believe that only half the grid is going to be necessary. This grid actually has the capability of being 10 by 20, but right now we're only going 5 wide by 20 long, and we believe that should be more than sufficient for our search area down there. And as you can remember, being a little bit, it looks pretty large, but underwater you could easily move this around and search another grid area, but I don't believe it's going to be completely necessary. We're going to throw this in. It's a maiden voyage of this grid system. It's been used before by others out there, as you've probably seen. So we've got our pool noodles on, we've got our zip ties in all the joints, so that'll keep it all together. We're going to go ahead and put it out here in this nice lovely water, and then we're only going right over to that distance right there. So we're not going very far with this thing. So at any rate, we've got our dive flag and float. It's going to be over on top of us where we're working underneath, and that's going to be our central base on the surface there. And we do have a individual inside the boat that's going to be out monitoring the shore support, actual certified diver. So we're good to go. We're going to get this thing in the water. I'm going to let you see how it goes. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and tie this off. We'll go get the dive gear on, and we'll go over there and get that ring. I'm pretty impressed with how well it floats. Of course, we have it tethered, so we have a constant connection to it. And it moves pretty well too. Alright guys. Let's go to the surprise. Why don't you come over here real quick and look in this water? I want to show you something down here.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, look over here in the water. See how the rocks are? See down there how you can see the rocks? Once you get down at the bottom, the silt starts piling up so bad. I swear I couldn't even find the PVC pipe. And I was sitting there waving waving it around. Waving it around. Waving it around.
Nothing there. What? Oh my god! Oh my god!
We found it. It was the first hit. Literally right next to the PVC pipe next to your boat. Yes, and we're going to be very careful right now. I'm going to hold on to it until we collect ourselves a little bit. That's okay.
Oh god.
I know. Put it on your finger quickly. It's great. It's a good day. I'm very happy for you. It wasn't going to be gone forever, so. Yes, I'm glad we were able to get it back for you. So you didn't give up on it.
He found my ring. He found my ring.
So she's got some relatives here, I believe, and some little ones that just came in, and we just went and pulled that little trick on her, so she's very excited. Let's see that ring there in the light. Oh, yeah, wow, look at that.
A little bit of mud
So
on it.
how many years have you had this ring now?
27.
27 years.
27.
And they had about 4 dives previously, as you understood, off the back of the boat there, and we went down and just fortunately happened to find it pretty quickly, actually, so that was nice. So,
You're amazing.
So it was a lot of fun, so we're happy for you. And so this is the Seattle Ring Hunter. If you've lost anything in the grass and the weeds and the water in the Seattle or the Washington area, go ahead and give me a call at 206-618-8194, and I'd love to help you guys out and get a search done and see if we can't get your lost items recovered for you. Have a great one, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Alright guys, we just found her ring down there, and that was really cool. She's really excited. And you had a story you told me earlier. Now, just recently, what happened? I mean, you guys were kind of losing hope a little bit after 4 dives?
After 4 dives, we pretty much thought it wasn't going to happen. And one of my buddies at work said, well, you know, maybe just get another one made just like it. And then you won't remember that it's, you know, not the original ring because you're old and you won't remember. And so I contacted the local jewelry store, and they said, well, let's see what we can find in the catalog. And they sent me a picture of one that was kind of like it, and then they decided to go out of business. So I went down there, and they were having a going out of business sale, and I found a ring, and it was really pretty, and I bought it. And I went home that night, and I immediately had buyer's remorse, and I just knew I just did not want another ring. I just had to find figure out how to find this ring. And I found you.
That's when you found the ring finders online,
and I did.
And you possibly heard about them in the past, maybe, or just
well, somewhere I had heard about it just randomly, but I just kind of forgot.
Yeah.
And there
Didn't
it was.
have a need for it.
Yep. And the good news is the guy who owned the jewelry store allowed me to not buy the ring that I had paid for that day.
Oh, okay.
But he looked me in the eye and said, "You'll never find your other ring." So I'm going back to Paulsbo, and I'm going to show him this.
Oh, so you still know where he's at. Well, that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah,
well, great.
so-
And we'll have a little video to show with him, too. So in case
Yeah.
he runs into other people, since he's
Right.
into this, and
Right.
we can help someone else out. But it's always nice to prove them wrong in this respect. So
Yeah, sorry.
That's
So you were
amazing.
wrong, Betty. I was right.
Yeah, you got it back. Alrighty.
Yeah,
Well, thanks.
It's all good.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you've lost your ring or special item of value, please get in touch with me at the SeattleRingHunter.com as soon as possible so I can arrange to do a search for you.